What's going on YouTube? Spacely back with another video. Hope you're all having a great one. Appreciate you tuning in. Today we got an exciting one as XDefiant is finally here. In this video we'll be discussing all the recent content Ubisoft has released surrounding the launch of XDefiant, as well as the future plans for content and their roadmap. Also we'll be revisiting some tips and tricks. Make sure you're ready to go for the full release of XDefiant, so make sure to stick around for that. First things first, this gameplay right here is from the XDefiant All-Star Series Qualifier round, which in this case was map 3 out of a best of 5 series. I had the privilege of being invited to participate and compete in this event for a cash prize, while also being one of the first to get the enjoyment and pleasure of experiencing what XDefiant competitive could look like firsthand on land. The link to this full map with full play-by-play casting will be linked in the description below, where you could also check out the rest of the maps and matches played in the All-Star Series. Like I said, this was the qualifying round in which we won to advance us to Grand Finals. The Grand Finals hasn't been released yet, but will actually be streamed tomorrow, May 21st at noon East, leading into the launch of XDefiant, with the servers going live just an hour later at 1 PM East. There will also be a low-key Twitch drop reward I'm just hearing about while making this video. For simply watching 30 minutes of the Grand Finals tomorrow on the XDefiant Twitch stream, you'll be rewarded with a pump action victory animation, which the details are currently on the screen. Before we get any more further into the content coming along with XDefiant, I want to give you guys a key gameplay mechanic and tip to follow through on this gameplay you're watching. So as you're going to see throughout the duration of this game, you're going to see the players in the lobby constantly doing a movement that is kind of like a strafe in midair. You jump strafe in midair. The way you initiate it is most of the time you're going to slide into it and jump right after your slide, and then from left to right, right or left, you're going to use that left stick heavily to throw players off and create a camera. So right here is a perfect example. Apathy comes around this corner, I'm coming around the same corner, and bang, I hit him with the movement, side jump, cancel, and I was able to see him before he seen me, threw him off. That's a prime example of what the jump strafe could do for you. It's one of the biggest mechanics you could use to give yourself advantages into gunfights, especially when you're going into these key positions on the map that are power spots and just places you want to be on the map for your team to lock down a power position to make things easier and the game flow smoother for you and your team. So make sure to pay attention to that, work on it yourself. Once you start hitting it, you're going to start feeling amazing on the map. Let me know how it pans out for you and the differences it makes in your gameplay, as I'm confident it will be a huge help for you guys. If you're unaware on what strafing is, it's pretty much just you're going to do it in midair, but you're moving your left stick. This game has a lot of left stick inputs in it when it comes to the gunfights. You don't want to be aiming as much with your right stick. Obviously, you're going to be aiming with your right stick, but this game provides a lot more left stick gunfights and mechanics. So left stick, make sure you're working it left to right, making it unidentifiable or unpredictable for your opponents to know which way you're going to be strafing into fights, making it a harder gunfight to them. And it also allows for cleaner aim. So make sure you're working on your left stick going into these lobbies on XDefiant. So with that in mind, the game is releasing May 21st. We will be entering the game in its preseason, which will last for 6 weeks. For those 6 weeks, we'll have access to 5 different factions, 10 arena maps for the arena modes, which are Occupy, Domination, and Hotshot. Occupy, same thing as Hardpoint and Call of Duty. Domination, same. And Hotshot, I'd compare it to Cranked in the older COD titles. I forgot what COD they were in, but yeah, very similar to Cranked. You remember that? Hotshot being a more fun public playlist mode. The other two I think will be in competitive, along with the other 2 progressional based modes, which are Escort and Zone Control. Escort, you gotta carry a package with your team, escort it to the finish line, very similar to Overwatch. And Zone Control, very similar to Control in Call of Duty. Those 2 game modes, they are on 4 progressional maps, like I said. So those maps are designed by Ubisoft. They're pretty much different gates at each checkpoint during the map, and after you progress past a certain gate, you get to advance further on the map. A new part of the map opens up for you to play on. So I think it's a great idea. It allows for some great gameplay, and I'm really looking forward to seeing further progressional maps they bring into the game to cater to those playlists. We're also getting a progressional battle pass, which Ubisoft just released the battle pass trailer for today. The link to that will also be in the description, along with the other videos you guys could check out for more XDefiant content. Have no fear, by the way, if you're worried about the battle pass being a paid to win type of deal. They made sure to put a statement out regarding that, which can be found on Ubisoft's website, allowing an open conversation on how their in-game purchase philosophy works. XDefiant is free to play, and they want to stick with that, but there are no pay-to-win mechanics. Any gameplay impacting content that is purchasable is also unlockable through challenges to ensure fair play amongst the community. Example being, DedSec faction in Preseason will be purchasable or unlockable through an in-game challenge by acquiring 700k XP. They also stated they'll be evaluating this over time, knowing it's an important topic that demands reflection and evaluation. Which is great, because that's another indication on how XDefiant and Ubisoft want to be transparent with their users. Well, we got a nice little intermission here. Here's everything you could expect to come along with Preseason at launch of XDefiant. We have 14 total maps, 5 factions, 5 modes, and 24 weapons. Whole bunch of content already that we have 6 weeks to dive deep into. I got plans, I got videos that we're going to be making. So if you guys are liking what you're hearing, we're going to be doing in-depth tutorials on how to play each mode. Best weapons, best loadouts, so you guys have everything you need in order to be rocking out on XDefiant and dominating. If you guys are liking what you're hearing, make sure to support the channel, leave a like, hit that sub button, turn on them noties, and help make the community grow. Really do appreciate everyone tuning in and showing love on all the past XDefiant videos, and we're here to stay, so hope to have y'all along with me. Speaking of previous videos, if you or any of your friends need help with your settings or just looking for a good foundation to find what settings work best for you on controller, you can go watch what I think, in my opinion, is the best controller settings out there. The video I did breaking that down, along with showcasing the practice zone and how you can utilize that to further your game before hopping into the real thing if you'd like. Practice your shot, your ultras, your abilities, all that good stuff, so make sure to check that out. Most of my viewers, I'd imagine too, are looking for settings that feel similar to COD's aiming. The game won't feel anything like that off rip, but you could get it pretty close to it with those settings in its own unique way, being its own thing but with similar movements. You just got to put the time in at the end of the day and get used to it. Besides the Grand Finals Twitch drop reward, the first piece of free earnable in-game content Ubisoft is giving us during the preseason is 6 weekly watch and earn exclusive Twitch drops. You will gain access to weapon XP boosters as well as weapon skins each week, giving 3 different goals of watch time each week in order to gain these exclusive cosmetics and boosters. Who doesn't like Twitch drops? Great for the community, and I'll be streaming XDefiant every day, so make sure to tune into that over on my Twitch stream. Come vibe out with the stream and earn those rewards. Here's the full details to that, along with what the weapon cosmetics will look like. The content doesn't stop there though, as XDefiant and Ubisoft have announced they already have the full year content layout already in plan. And for the year 1 roadmap, as you could see, with each season we'll be getting a new faction, 3 new weapons, 3 maps, and a 90 tier battle pass. With this all out there announced, it's great to see that XDefiant and Ubisoft have plans to keep the game refreshing and new to all its users. Adding these new factions in with different playstyles and different abilities could really change how the meta plays out, making you feel like you're playing a new game all over again. So with that being said, and what we know with the preseason lasting 6 weeks, we could expect Season 1 to be on its way the week of July 2nd. Also in that roadmap, which I wish wasn't on the roadmap and was just upon release of the game, is the competitive aspect of things, which is the ranked mode and the private matches. Now, I'm going to be waiting patiently for this along with all my other competitive folks. This is going to be huge once it releases. As long as it's in the roadmap and it gets here in Season 1, I'll be looking forward to that, and it's going to be huge and essential to seeing the game have success as an esport. With this wrapping up, there's plenty of more content you could check out. Ubisoft also released a cinematic trailer to go along with the release of the game, as well as Ubisoft's XDefiant X Debrief, which I love this idea, and it's amazing to see the devs put the team out there, you know, the backbone and the people who are putting hours on hours to make this game great, coming out on the show and communicating with the community. They plan on using it regularly to interact and communicate with the community, with a clear sign of transparency between users and devs being one of their leading pillars in order to have a chance at making XDefiant a successful game with a healthy and happy player base. They also showed signs of utilizing community-driven social engagement by having a clip segment on the show where you could tag your clips to maybe even be featured in a future video using the hashtag XDebrief. Direct links will be in the description for other content we talked about throughout this video you can check out, as well as my settings video. I'd highly advise to watch that if you haven't already. Make sure you get yourself situated on the game, as well as my socials where you can stay up to date with me. And YouTube, thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you all in the game or on my Twitch stream earning those rewards. I'll be doing a watch party, by the way, for the Grand Finals leading into the launch of the servers and the grind session we have ahead. So I hope to see you all there. Please consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribing, as well as turning that notification bell on if you enjoyed what you watched today and found it informative and helpful. YouTube, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Till next time, take it easy. Much love. Peace.